Hello guys, hope you all are doing well. Today I'm going to talk about 5 basic things that will make your life easy. 5 basic Excel skills that you must have if you use Excel on daily basis. We'll start with something basic and then we'll end with something amazing. Something that will change the way you look at your data and you operate on Excel. So stay tuned with the video and watch the entire thing. Or if not, if you don't have a lot of time, you can just skip to the last part. You'll thank me later for that. Welcome to my channel Learn Away. I make videos regarding how to make best out of tools and software that we use on daily basis. So let's start the video. So these are the things that we'll talk about. First, we'll start with calculating the difference between dates. So we'll go here we have 3 dates with start and end. So for this, the basic thing that you need is that the data should be formatted as date. So for that, what you can do is right click on this, go to format cells, then you can click date here if it is not already selected and select the date format that you want. I have selected this one here. Okay, so you can work on this directly like how you work on any data in Excel. Say if you want to take a difference, so you'll select this column, the end date, subtract the start date, and you will get the date. The subtraction that you got here is the number of days. But what if you want to calculate the difference of year that is there between the dates, or if you want to calculate the difference of months? So for that we have a function here. I'll type date diff and then we'll give the dates, and in inverted commas we'll write y for years. So now that we have the year here, I'll just drag this formula for the rest of the dates. So we have calculated the years. For months, we'll write similar formula, date diff with slight modification. We'll give start date, end date, double quotes, M for months, close the brackets and enter. So we got the difference of months here. We have a similar formula for days, but I prefer just using a simple subtraction. If your dates are in date format, then simple subtraction would work for days, but still I'll show it to you. Equal to date diff, you'll give start date, end date, and then in double quotes we'll write D. We'll hit enter and voila, we got the difference of dates. Now if I drag it, we will get it for all the dates. So this is how you do it, guys. Now we'll go to the next one, hiding grids. So usually we do that only if we need to present our data somewhere and we want our sheet to look tidy and clean. So for that, what we can do is go to view, just unclick this grid lines. You will see that the grid lines are gone. And if you have a data in very beautiful format, if you format this table, if you have many other charts here, something like that, then the sheet would look really beautiful. And if you're making a dashboard, then this is a blessing, guys. So next we'll go to password protect your Excel file. So this is something we use when the data that is present in the sheet is very confidential and the data is being uploaded to some cloud or somewhere where many people have access to that folder, but you don't want to give access to your file or the data that is present in your Excel. So for that, what we can do is protect the Excel sheet with a password, and only people with the password can access the data which is there in the Excel. So for that, I'll show you the steps that you can follow. You'll have to click on files, click on info, then you have here an option of protect workbook. So if you click on this, you get a lot of options. You can restrict the access, like nobody can change it and only view the data, and protect your workbook structure, like if you want to allow people to make change to it or if you want people to copy data from it. These are the some accesses that you can use, but here we are using password, so we'll have to click here on encrypt with password. So you'll have to give a password here, very strong password, so that nobody else can hack the file. But remember that you'll have to write down the password that you have given here, because if you forgot the password, you'll not be able to get access to the data. So I'll give a password here. Okay, I'll give OK. I'll have to re-enter the password, and my file is protected with the password. Now if I close this, if I try to access this, it will ask for password from me. I'll give in the password and the worksheet will open. So this is how you can password protect your file. Next, we will go to use SUMIF function. Say if you have a lot of data and you want to calculate the sum. See here, we want to calculate the units based on the regions. So I will first list all the regions. We have central, then we have east and west. Okay, so I'll use SUMIF function to sum the units from each region. Okay, so I'll give SUMIF. I will double click on this. We'll have to first give the range. So I want to give the range as this. Like you'll have to give the range of the input that you want to put criteria on. So I'll select the range. Then you'll have to give the criteria in double inverted commas. So you'll have to give equal to, and I want to select the region as central. Then I will close it, give comma, and the last is sum range. So this is the value that I actually want to sum based on the criteria. Click enter here. So I got the sum of the units which are present for central. Then for if I want to copy it for east, I cannot drag it because this value is hard coded here. So you'll have to again go to SUMIF, give the range region here. In double invert, I will write equal to east. Give comma. You'll have to select the unit here. Similarly, I'll do it for west as well. I'll copy this. I'll change east to west. So now we can sum and check whether the values calculated is correct or not. Sum. Select these. It is total is 273. Here 723. So these values are same. That means our SUMIF function has worked brilliantly. Then here also you can give criteria like whether you just want to sum all the values which are above 60. That also can be done. So I'll give you an example of that as well. I'll give SUMIF. Then the range would be this only since we want to calculate here. Then inside the inverted commas, we'll have to give greater than 80 and close it. Then we don't have to give the sum range since the sum range is same. So it will sum all the values which are greater than 80. It will take this one, 90 and 90. All the values which are greater than 80 would be taken. So this is how you use the SUMIF function. Now we are here with a quick analysis. Minds will be blown, guys. So for quick analysis, we many times come to this option, but we never pay attention to it. So if you select the data tables that are there for you, you'll get a quick analysis option here, or you can use Ctrl plus Q for getting the option. So you'll have to click on this. You'll have various options and various things that you can do in Excel. You can use drawbar function, color schemes with values which are less and more, then icons where the values are decreasing and where the values are changing. Greater than functions can be used. Top 10% can be used. Then if you want to sum some table, some values for the table, you will get all the sums here. If you want average, count, total percentage, if you directly want to calculate. This amazing thing is this charts function. So it will directly help you build appropriate charts for this. And if you want more, you can use that as well. Then there is spark lines, where you'll get line graphs and spark lines for each of the. So if you want to mention that in your charts, that can be done. This isn't it amazing, guys? These things you'll have to hard code. You'll have to find functions and then do it. But here with quick analysis, you can directly have it from here. So that's it, guys, for this video. Hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. And I come up with these videos frequently. So if you have anything on which I should make a video, please comment in the comment section and I'll come up with a video for that as well. Thank you. Thank you for watching.